Strive Coaching Studio, guiding business leaders to meet the highest version of themselves. And now, here's Michelle, certified coach and founder of Strive Coaching Studio.
Hello, fellow leaders. It is so nice to be speaking with you today about some fun topics. I'm really happy to be talking about this one today. I'm also really happy and excited because we have accomplished so much here at the Studio for Leaders, and we're going to have some big announcements about some big things we're going to be offering soon. We have a $17 goals workshop announcement coming out soon, and we have some other really big things happening that are coming out in October regarding some big changes and exciting things beginning in November. So stay with us, connect with us, so you can be sure to be the first to hear all that we have going on right now. So today I wanted to talk about the concept of wanting versus needing. And here's my little story to help set the stage for where I'm going with all of this for you. I think that most of us will be able to relate. The other day, I finally got back to spin class again. It's been 3 weeks since I've been to my class. A few reasons. Some of them were good, like I do have chronic back pain that's very real and it was acting up again. And kind of our COVID remasking again at the gym is a bit problematic for a spin class for me. I'm not a big fan, so I haven't been going. As well as some of the excuses, like I just don't feel like it, if I'm really being honest. But regardless, while I'm sure you can probably relate to any of those, at the same time, while I was there mid-spin, I did get back there, and my brain just started saying to me, you need to be doing this more. I've done that before working out, and in my brain, it was a very familiar, tough love, high achiever voice that's been pushing me hard all my life. And I've recognized it quickly. And it sounds pretty innocent when it happens because it's kind of a good job, even though it doesn't say good job. It's you really need to be doing this more. Like, this is good for you. You need to be here more. And it sounds innocent and it sounds kind, but I know that it's not. It's pushing, it's tough love, it's high achiever. It's telling me that you haven't been doing what you should be doing. So when it happened, I realized I've done a good job of reining that voice in for my professional life, but I haven't always been as aware to do the same in other areas of my life. So typically, I'm pretty well aware of the voice when it speaks up to tell me that I need to work harder or get more busy or do more, do it better. I've become really good at responding to that voice and just saying, hey, I'm doing everything I want to do, all that I love to do, and I'm going to choose relaxing or enjoyment or fun with my family or balance right now, instead of working or thinking about work and doing more. So isn't it really funny that once I tell that voice to relax in my professional world and I kind of get it under control, that it finds another reason and a new area to sort of pipe up and tell me that I need to do something else more, like exercise. I need to eat better. I should eat less. I shouldn't need rest right now. It's really interesting to me. And maybe if I hadn't just had a client session earlier that day where I had given her the same advice about work that's helped me, I may not have even paid attention to the fact that that voice decided to sneak up on me like it did while I was in the middle of spin class. And when we tell ourselves we need to do something, we must, we should, we have to, it's dreadful. It's forced. It's that kicking and screaming all the way there. Nobody likes to be told we have to do something. It doesn't feel very good. And it isn't all that productive when we have conversations like that with other people. So why do we think it's okay to do that and with ourselves? Well, it's just our brain trying to do what it's always done. And it really does believe that it's working in our best interest, keeping us safe and alive and from taking risks. But what happens instead is that when it comes time to doing it, we're resistant, we're reluctant, it feels painful, it feels awful. We dread it. So we don't want to do it. And many times we just don't do it. Our fight within ourselves rebels against us and we just don't want to, so we don't. And then when we don't do it, we feel like crap that we didn't do it. We become even harder on ourselves about all the things we aren't doing well enough or correctly. and the cycle just continues, usually even worse than it was before. But the real truth is that we don't need to do anything at all, ever. If we choose to do it, we choose it and all that comes with it. If we choose not to do it, we just don't, and all that comes from that choice. When we remind ourselves that we can choose, it changes everything. We can choose because we want to do something. Now, I don't need to record this podcast right now because it's on my calendar, along with a million other things today. And it's a commitment that I made, and someone's going to be hounding me if I don't get it over to them soon. I want to record this podcast because I want to bring value to others' lives and help in any way I can. I made a commitment to myself that I want to live up to and be proud that I did it at the end of the year. I want to look back to see a year's worth of podcasts that are jam-packed with great content and information and know that my experiences and successes and failures may help other people too. So whether I make a spin class or complete my podcast or do any or all of the other things I want to do it and give myself a pat on the back for doing it. Be proud of myself for living up to the commitment I made to myself today. Give myself a little word of encouragement and maybe a high five. It sure feels a whole lot better than beating myself up for not having done it before now, or better, or not hard enough. I just want to be super proud that I did it today. So, do you want to tackle that project that you've been procrastinating? Do you want to delegate tasks so you can be the visionary of your company? Do you want to make the tough decisions for what it means on the other side? Do not do these things because you have to, because you've been saying and telling yourself that you would for the past week or month or year. Do not do these things because your boss or your coach or your marketing team or your accountability partner are going to ask you if you've done it yet. Do not do these things because you think that making yourself feel bad or beating yourself up for it will make you more likely to do it. Nobody can make you do anything, including your tough love self. And even if you manage to make yourself or force yourself to do it, you won't like it. You'll be kicking, screaming, and resistant to it the whole way. And you probably won't even do it very well. Choose it because you want it. Because the value of what's on the other side of it is what you really want. Even if you don't necessarily like the actual activity that much, you will value doing it and doing it well because you're all in. Because when you want it, you show up, ready, willing, and fully inspired and motivated. When you do that, you have a chance of it being enjoyable, worthwhile, and interesting. Or maybe, crazy thought, it could actually even be fun. You could try to make it fun. You already have everything that you need. You don't need anything else in your life. You don't need to do anything else in your life. If you're listening to this, I'm going to make that assumption that you have shelter, food, and water each day, and that you are in a safe place right this minute and not under any threat of harm. Once you have everything you need to survive, everything else is truly a choice. Truly a want, and you have everything that you need inside of you to have all that you want and much more. Once you prove to yourself that you can choose anything you want, you can continue adding to the list of wants and choose them again, whatever they are. We really can choose because you want to. Anything other than that is just a lie we want to tell ourselves. This lie just prevents us from doing the things that will get us where we want to truly go in this life. This lie helps to keep us inside our comfort zone so we don't push ourselves or feel something that we want to think would be really painful to us, like embarrassed, humiliated, wrong about ourselves, stupid, weak, or not good enough, smart enough, or strong enough at something. If our brains can say anything to us that prevents us from feeling any of those things, it thinks it has succeeded, and it thinks it's done its job for us. And that is a lie too. Growing ourselves in any way means feeling those things among other things. And they don't actually hurt us. They are what push us and make us learn and become stronger. Growth means getting outside of your comfort zone, and that means getting uncomfortable, and that means feeling those things. Once you know that wanting to do something means being willing to risk feeling embarrassed, humiliated, wrong, or not enough, you know that's what it takes to get there, and it's worth it. So don't let your brain tell you the lie that you need to do it so that you won't do it. Don't let your brain tell you the lie that feeling any discomfort puts your life, health, or safety at risk. Don't let your brain tell you the lie that it's better for you and safer for you not to grow. Even though it's trying to protect you, following its lead and lies is what will keep you from having everything you want and dream about for your life. And listen, I know that if you think this helped you, you probably know someone else who could benefit from hearing this message today too. So pass it along to them. And come check us out at Strive Coaching Studio. We have so many resources and great things going on right now, and I want you to be able to stay connected as soon as our big announcements and great changes are available. I will see you there soon.